Okay, today I'm gonna pack up the paragliders I put in the boat. I got this huge, oh my gosh, 115-liter dry bag. And so this is a full-size paraglider with a cross-country harness, and then this one is a speed wing with a little string harness in it. I'll see if I can fit them both in this bag. I somehow got it all in there. 2 paragliders, a reserve parachute, and 2 harnesses, all in one bag. And it doesn't even weigh that much. So I'll put that on the boat. All right, so we got last night I printed these are kind of brackets to mount some mirrors on the outside of the boat so you can see behind me. I'm going to try printing something in this Matter Hackers nylon. It's called Nylon X, and it has carbon fiber ground up inside of it too. Apparently the carbon fiber kind of helps keep it from warping when you're printing it. Oh, unfortunately, when it was shipped, it looked like it got some punctures in the bag, and it's got air in it. And nylon is known for absorbing water, so this will give me a good chance to use my my filament dryer, which I use all the time. Some people say that you don't need to dry PLA, but this filament. Even PLA, I've had it get super brittle, and have had issues with it, like not printing, at least the outer layers of it. So I do like to kind of run that thing and dry it while I'm doing PLA. But other filaments like nylon, I've heard it's essential to dry it out, but I have not used it. So I'm just gonna start give myself the best chance of success by drying it out from the beginning. And this stuff's pretty expensive compared to other filaments. It's like 4 times the cost, I guess. But even then, that's not too bad, really. So here's the carbon fiber nylon. It's black. It's got kind of a interesting texture on the spool. So I'm just gonna put it in my filament dryer. And the nylon is supposed to be dried for over 12 hours at 75 degrees Celsius. So I got the wind vane. I'm gonna start loading that onto the boat and all the pieces. I'm really liking this the Oriental Yacht Club over here. We have such a cool shade structure, and it's really great for staging and stuff. It's so nice to have my boat right there and then have all this area where I can kind of get out of the sun and kind of lay things out. There's always so much stuff to lay out and kind of figure out how you're gonna fit back in the boat when you're doing this kind of thing. Apparently the building itself is pretty cool too. It was built in like 1910, and then they converted it from a shrimp processing place to a yacht club. But there's like 5 other boats here, and I've met 4 of the other people so far. So it's pretty cool that I could see actually people are actually coming on their boats. Usually in marinas, like you'll never see the owners of the boats. My friend and volunteer Christine got me this cool solar powered light. It's pretty bright, and I'm gonna put it out here in the cockpit since I don't have any lights out here. I think it'll be pretty good. I'm pumping up lingonberry, my little Achilles dinghy. I've got a mission I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna test out this motor and see how far it can reach. My battery is a 60 amp hour lithium battery, lithium iron phosphate, and so my max draw of the motor is supposed to be 30 amps. So theoretically, I should be able to go for 2 hours, and I think this will be about an hour to get there, an hour to get back, maybe hopefully a little bit less. So we'll see. We'll kind of push it to the limit if I can get there and back. Otherwise, I'll be using the little oars. But this dinghy rows pretty good. It's always good exercise to row. I'm only going I think it's 2 miles each way. I'm definitely gonna bring a jacket because it's starting to cool off, but it's a nice calm day. There's hardly any wind, so it'll be a good test for it. I kind of want to see how far I can push it. All right, we got it mounted up. Someone had asked for the dimensions on this thing. It's about 18 inches this way, maybe 12 inches this way, and yeah, 18 18 up and down. I use 1 inch foam here and 2 layers here, so that's 2 inches. And then these slots are about 3 inches, and then that one's about 6 inches, I'd say. We are off. So I'm gonna go on power level 4 out of 5, I think, for now. And the battery is at 13.2 volts right now. I'm gonna try to get the oars in, and once I get situated, I'll sit a little lower, give myself more aerodynamic. Okay. I feel like 5, it kind of starts to have more drag, so 4 is probably the good speed to go. We got about maybe 2.25 miles to go to get there. I'm gonna start the Navionics app just to see how long it takes. So I decided to gun it. We're going full throttle now, and we're doing about 3 knots. This actually gets pretty good for this little boat. I'm gonna stop by John Boy's boat over here. I'll say hey to him. So the sun just went behind the clouds. It's starting to get a little cooler. We've gone about half a mile so far. Doing pretty good time. Navionics says we're averaging 2.2 knots, and then if you look at the speed, it says we're mostly going like 3 knots. So I'm not sure of our actual speed. I'll have to figure it out after the fact. It feels good out here. I've got the boat tracking really good, so at this point I can just kind of lean a little bit left or right and make it steer whichever way I want it to go. So I was kind of catching up on some YouTube stuff while I'm boating around out here. There's not really anyone back here. I'm liking this motor a lot better than the Torqeedo so far. They're a lot cheaper, which is a big plus, but also it's just like the Torqeedo, it had a really high-pitched, loud whine. It was almost as loud as the gas motor. And this just kind of has a low rumble, like you can only hear the water more than the motor, and it's a lot more pleasant. 45 minutes in, still going strong. Sun just went behind the trees. It's gonna get dark soon, but I got my headlamp. That's my navigation lights too. All right, we just made it to the 2-mile mark, so I'm turning around and heading back. Battery still says, well, I slowed down, so it's still full 13 volts right now. So we're doing good. Let's see, full throttle, 12.9, levels off at 12.8. I think we'll have enough juice to get back. We're probably getting kind of low by the time we get back, but I think we're gonna make it no problem because it's really calm today. Where is it? Oh yeah, right there. Okay. So I just salvaged some scrap metal from a sunken boat. We got a pretty good amount of stainless steel here. We'll see what we want to use that for tomorrow.
See the violin.
So I'm motoring back now. It's really quiet out here. There's a real neat bioluminescence in the water. Unfortunately, it's too faint to show on video, but when I turn my light off, it's really cool. I got to turn the light off in the video. This morning, it's actually kind of cold and it's raining out, but the show must go on, so I'm gonna try to raise the sail since it's not very windy at the dock, and then I'll run the reefing lines up to the reef points and figure out how long they need to be, cut them to length and everything. And I've got a spool of wire somewhere around here. I think it's up here actually. Not wire, spool of rope. Yeah, this is my big rope bin. So we've got this one. I think it's another. I think maybe in my car is the other spool of wire. So we'll grab that. I've also got the solar panel out here. And it looks so big in the cockpit, but then once I put it up on the arch, I don't think it will look quite as big. And I'm gonna get the second one. I think it's probably supposed to be delivered today. So I'll run back to the shop and get that. And maybe I could do something with these wires here. Maybe start to neaten those up and get those connected. What else are we gonna do today? I need to measure for the bulwark, so there will be a piece of wood that goes along the bottom of the stanchions, and that will just kind of keep my foot from sliding off, so the wood will go from there to there. And then I need to measure this. I think this is 7/8. I'll just confirm that. So this is 7/8 in stainless probably, and so there's these little connectors, and I'll just connect from here to here with this stainless steel tube I scavenged. And then I'll probably have some extra, so I might use that to do in-betweens on the arch, maybe here to here, and then I'll give the solar panels extra surface to connect to. And it's very slippery here. Crocs are the worst shoes to be wearing on a boat. I never wear my Crocs when I'm sailing, except for I do. I need to also put a little bit of non-skid right here at some point. I'm not sure if I just buy grip tape or paint some and then pour sand on it or something. So that's the plan. I think I might put some pants on. I'm getting kind of cold in the shorts here. Start by opening up the sail. We've got about maybe three or four knots of wind right now, which is perfectly fine. So I took my tools out the other day, so I'm just gonna give them a little spritz. Oh, and then these seats give you a little bit of a boost so you can see through the Dodger. All right, so we are going on our next second test sail. Not much has changed. I've did a little better job of battening up the hatches. We've got Dave with us, and I still need to put the mast steps away. We got a pretty good breeze, a little bit of drizzle today. We got the Batman boat over here. And it's a great day for sailing. A little drizzle, no problem. A little choppy too. Oh yeah. I got oodles of wind channels. Yeah, I think I'm up to 6 now. Oh, that looks so badass. There you go. Yeah, we could use a reef right now, but their lines aren't in. It's kind of bad with this much main though, isn't it? Tickle's a beast. Hang on, Dave.
I'm just gonna do the ballast.
Yeah, it's gonna wait over here. There you go.
Now we're right.
Oh, that's...
My cigarette's out anyway. I don't usually do that, but...
We're about to lose the Windex. It's just hanging on there like a bull rider. They've done their best, really. They actually sailed nice and light wind too. We got the jib furled up a little bit, and I lost my my boat hook. I tried to go back and get it, but no luck. There's gonna be no sound in this video, so it's gonna be all static, I'm sure. After getting drenched with sailing, it's good to have a nice rum at the clubhouse.
Good for what ails you.
Warm you up. We are back to the workshop. We got some packages. I got, nav lights, my old nav lights. Only a year old, not working again. And it's not the bulbs, the wires. They became too brittle and I wasn't able to strip them. I broke them both out. Bigger socket. I lost the socket the other day. That's in the safe. What else we got? This is for my push pit railing, a little railing connector. And this is, the tap for, the die for that thread of the rod. We can give that a try today. Also have, a tap and drill for finishing threading some holes in the mast. Thank you, Dallas, for that one. And then, one more package. And, one more set of stainless steel ratchet straps. I really like these ones from Keeper. Found them on Amazon. They're stainless steel ratchet tie-down straps. I used them to secure the air conditioning. That worked really good. And I'm going to use them to secure my anchor, my scuba tanks, my CO2 tanks. So they don't go all over the place and break stuff in the boat. This is the block that I need. I have a lot of these blocks, and a lot of the sheaves have broken out on them. This is the one that I have that still has the original sheave. So I took some measurements. I modeled it up in Fusion 360. 3D printing the carbon impregnated nylon and requires a special nozzle. I'm taking out the brass one because the metal is too soft, and I'll swap it out for this hardened steel one. So there's our new nozzle, nice and clean and shiny. I got it real tight because I don't want it to leak around the edges. So hopefully it's tight enough, and I'll still be able to get it out later. Now the filament has been drying for about at least 12 hours, maybe 24 hours. I just think I ran it all day. So we should be primed to give this thing a test. So the 3D printing nylon has been a huge failure so far. I've tried like 4 times and it just won't stick to either of my build plates, and I tried adding glue and all this stuff. I'm not sure what's going wrong. I thought I had all the stuff right. The last time it printed, it just made a huge mess. I can't even see the nozzle anymore. And it's hardened up too. I don't know how I'm gonna get this cleaned off. I guess I just keep scraping at it. Let's get this out of the machine. I don't like this stuff. I'm gonna go back to PLA. It's the only thing I get to print good for me.